Hey guys, welcome back to another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking all about Season 3, what it actually brings and what I think of that. So before I get into that, I do just want to say a huge thank you to Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring this video and obviously helping to support my channel to continue to provide content for you guys. If you are interested in giving the game a try, please do hit the link in the description and get involved today. So Season 3 is just around the corner. It actually goes live next Friday for any servers who began on global launch. For anybody else, it'll be once you come to the end of Season 2 for you. So obviously that does vary for every single server. So once that timer hits 0, then you'll be looking into transitioning towards Season 3. There might be some delays due to server merges. I don't know exactly for servers that aren't at the kind of the current stage. But yeah, anyway, as I say, going into Season 3, there's a lot of things that are coming, a lot of changes that have been made, and there's a few things that I'm not entirely sure about at the moment, which I'll cover in a minute. But one of the big things is at the moment it doesn't look there's a lot of change content-wise, but what there is there's a lot of new heroes coming into the game, so I'm going to do a separate video covering all of these individually. But as you can see here, there is 31 new heroes in the game. I have leveled a few that aren't new heroes, but on top of that there are 3 new damage types. So as you can see here on the screen, I've got Corrosion. Corrosion's one of the damage types that have been added for poison. We've also got Shadow for the necrosis element, and we've got Aura for radiance. So I will do videos explaining each of these damage types, how they work, going through the heroes and kind of giving you my thoughts and my opinions on that. They'll be coming out in the next couple of days. But I just want to kind of give a little bit of an overview as a video just to show you what the features are that you can be expecting to see. As well as new heroes and damage types, we've also got a load of new artifact accessory types. So there are, of course, 4 damage types and 4 support types and 4 damage types, 2 support types and 2 tank sets. I do have a video which you can check out, which I will link, we'll put up on the screen now, which runs through all of these sets, gives you my opinion on those. Unfortunately, one of the things I really don't like about this season is they have got rid of the stun set. Stun set was kind of vital for a lot of the progress in Famiander and Pillar of Trials for a lot of people, especially if you don't have some of those legendary heroes that can just lock out a whole team with constant control. But I'm sure it will be something that we'll find workarounds for. That kind of going forward, we'll have to find ways to do these things without stun sets. So it's probably not the end of the world. It just feels like quite a big deal. But they have added mythical gear. So they've now added 1-piece set effects. So we don't have to worry about having 3 pieces of one set and then a 4th just kind of giving us stats. We'll now be able to fill that 4th spot with one of these mythical items, which will enhance our builds massively. Like this one, for example, 35% increased damage to enemies with defense penalty. In my opinion, this is absolutely insane, and these will completely change the way we kind of build our heroes. This one here, for example, for one of the healing items, 50% chance for the wearer to grant 50% increased healing and shield effects. That is incredible. They make such a difference, and it's one of the best things they could have actually added to the game for Season 3. I think it's something we've been crying out for and desperately needing for quite a while now. So yeah, they are quite hard to get. They're a very low drop rate on stage 9s of dungeons, so we will be farming for them for quite a long time to make sure we've got enough with the right bonuses and the right stats. But that's obviously part of the game. Grinding is always going to be a thing. So next up, in terms of events when you go into Season 3, there will be, of course, the Season 3 summoning event. So the Odyssey featured summons. This features all of the legendaries from Season 3 that you'll be able to get, as well as all of the epics. The rares aren't specified to be included, however, the likelihood of you picking those up if you're summoning a good amount of dice is quite high. So you'll be most likely you'll pick up the 4 new rares they've added through kind of passive summons. So the next thing I want to cover is when the season ends, you'll be issued with your season end rewards. So the way these work is you gain access to the Season 3 rewards shop. The amount of points the amount of currency you get to spend here depends on how much Echo of Clypsidra you earned in the previous season. So that gets translated to pure sand core, which you can then use to buy things here. So for example, if you've got the gold shop, you can actually pick up Uteor from Season 1. You can also pick up the Famiander artifact and the Pillar of Trials artifact from Season 1 as well. We assume this will kind of roll on each season, so in Season 4 you'll probably be able to buy Season 2 stuff, so Ardreth, and so on and so forth for each new season. You can also use these shops to inspire your legendaries you've picked up through those second month events of each season. So eventually we'll be able to ascend our Ardreth, and obviously at the moment we'll be able to ascend our Uteors. But on top of that, obviously you get all of these rewards, including Heliolite dice. The other thing that you get at the end of the season is your ranking rewards for the previous season. Obviously this is on the test server, so my current ranking is really not anything to worry about. But the big thing is these tickets that you get. So the Supreme Season 3 summon tickets, or if you finished kind of top 50, then you'll get the Premium Season 3 summon tickets. And then obviously the further down you finish, the lower they get. The way these work is every 10 summons is a guaranteed legendary. So you're guaranteed to get 2 Season 3 legendaries at the start if you finished in the top 20%. Anything under that, you're guaranteed guaranteed 1 legendary for 10 dice. So these consist of only Season 3 heroes. The higher tier you finish, the more access you've got to them. I believe the exclusive legendaries are only included in the legendary ones, so anybody, I believe it's actually top 50 on my current server. However, on here it's showing top 20. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head though. So yeah, depending on where you finish, the more access to these legendaries you do get at the start of the season. But it's a nice way to kickstart the new season and get your hands on some of these new desired heroes. So the next thing that I want to cover in this video is just have a quick look at it. I will cover it in a bit more detail in a separate video. But if we go to events and upcoming events, you can see here that we've got the Awakening of the Spring Iskaland. This is effectively the Uteor or the Ardreth event for Season 3. So we'll be able to collect Iceor to summon the legendary hero Eladia. This will work exactly the same as before. So you will have two different events, sorry. So you can summon to get some shards, but also there's the Continental Challenges. It is 3 events. There's the Continental Challenges where we'll face different world bosses each week. Obviously these do end up being the Chaos Shadow bosses for the last month of the season as well. So make sure you kind of keep that in mind when you're building your teams, how you might be able to build more going forwards. But you'll be able to face 1 for each element, basically. And then we've got the Snowstorm Dungeon, which is just the dungeon events that roll throughout the entirety of the second month. So every 4 to 5 days, there's 6 in total. It'll be to do, like, for example, to go clear Grave of Venom. It usually takes about 4 of the epic bread refills. So it's a good amount of farming, and it'll help you pick up some gear towards the middle of the season to help build out your teams further. By which point we do have the double legendary drops on gear as well, so you'll be getting a little bit more for your energy when farming. The only other thing that I want to mention in terms of Season 3 is the lack of content. So I have been playing around on the test server, and unfortunately I don't see any quests anywhere. The only new area is the Sea of the Dead here. However, if you have a look here, it's set up for the Otherworld exploration. So I don't know if there's any quests that they're kind of keeping off the test server because they don't want people to see yet. Time will tell, I guess. Obviously it goes live in just under a week. However, all of the domains for Season 3's Otherworld exploration are already here. So we can see the bosses that you'll be facing for each of these. The other thing is, if we go over to the far bit over here, the Fisher of Giga Tentacles, with an amazing name. You can actually preview the boss for Season 3 at the end of the Otherworld exploration. So you can't actually see its skills or anything yet, but you can see where it will be. So as you can see here, fight against the Eye of the Deep. And we do know that it is the Abyssalossus, the boss, well, a similar version to the boss we faced as on a weekly basis in Season 2. But as I say, you can't see any of the information on the skills or anything yet. But yeah, that is all in place. You can see the rewards you'll be able to pick up. So it'll be the same as previous seasons when you kill the boss. So yeah, I'm not too sure what to think about this. I really hope that they're just kind of keeping this under wraps a little bit. And when Season 3 does go live, we will have a storyline. But outside of that, it looks like, well, at the moment, it looks like it's going to be much the same of clearing all of these areas again that we've cleared in previous seasons. There'll be buffs and stuff through those. That quest, that's just for Vortex. The Vortex boss is the same. Famiander, obviously, is still there. Same for Pillar of Trials in Tenebria. So up here is Pillar of Trials. So yeah, it's a bit of a concern because we've been begging for more things to do and more content, and it doesn't look like that's come into this season. However, with Dragonheir being a new game and another bunch of heroes and damage types being added, I feel like this season might kind of be a building block towards more of a content drop in Season 4 and Season 5, because we do have obviously 6 damage types now. It feels like they might start bolstering out the other elements and the other damage types going forward in future seasons, and then focusing more on content. Now they've released all the damage types they were hoping for. Potentially they might add a third for some of the elements. I guess only time will tell, but all I can give you is what I've got so far, and that is that there is no new quests and no area where we're going to for Season 3 other than the Otherworld exploration. Of course, in Season 3 as well, there will be a Dungeons and Dragons event. I don't know what it's going to be as of yet. There is a teaser poster which I'll put up on screen now. As you can see, there's a massive handprint in a door. I don't know anything about D&D myself, so I don't know if that kind of hints towards something that I'm not aware of. If it does, please do let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested to see what kind of hero we might be getting if you've got any ideas. But yeah, other than that, that is all really for this video. So I just want to say once again a huge thank you to Dragonheir for sponsoring my channel and sponsoring this video. And as I mentioned at the start, if you are looking to get involved, please do hit the link in the description and get involved today. But other than that, a huge thank you to you guys for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.